A massive development today, SpaceX amending their S1 filing ahead of the IPO. We're going to look at some of the key highlights and speculate about some of the implications, including a possible acquisition and or merger soon after SpaceX goes public, or perhaps more than one. So here it is, amendment number 1 to the Form S1 from Space Exploration Technologies Corporation. In, by the way, totally unrelated matters today. On the XAI website, the latest news, Composer 2.5. Composer 2.5 is now available in Grok Build. Try it from the models menu. By the way, the company known as Cursor is behind Composer 2.5. The same company that it was publicly disclosed that SpaceX had the option to either pay, I believe, $10 billion for some kind of arrangement, and or alternatively to acquire Cursor later this year, 2026, for $60 billion. The same Cursor behind Composer 2.5, which is now integrated into Grok, also had previously paid SpaceX AI to access and compute, use that compute to train up Composer 2.5, saw a massive leap forward in efficiency and capabilities, and then bam, this happens. So, the amended S1 filing under the title, Acquisitions, Divestitures, and Other Strategic Transactions We Pursue may not achieve the anticipated benefits, synergies, or strategic objectives. Now, this is all very legalese. I'm going to read this full paragraph. In particular, pay attention toward the end. We may not achieve the anticipated benefits, synergies, or strategic objectives of any acquisition, divestiture, or other strategic transaction in a timely manner, or at all, including those we expect from the recent acquisition of XAI, the acquisition of spectrum assets and licenses from EchoStar in connection with our Starlink mobile initiatives, our collaboration on Terafab with Tesla, Intel or any future partners, project, and our recent collaboration with Cursor. So again, shout out to the integration of Composer 2.5 on Grok Build very soon after Cursor accessed some training compute provided by SpaceX AI, and any potential acquisition of Cursor if consummated. So just recapping this, again, it's kind of legalese, but the point here is that we may not immediately get a massive return on investment on some of our partnerships, potential projects and collaborations, or maybe no return at all. Thank you, Captain Obvious. And short-sighted, short-term investors, actually traders, have left the chat. But wait, there's more. Acquisitions, divestitures, and other strategic transactions may present unforeseen liabilities or disruptions to operations, which could adversely impact our business, financial condition, results of operations, and future prospects. Again, more ass covering and legalese. But stick with me, folks. We may assume unexpected obligations or incur contractual disputes which could result in material losses or divert management focus from ongoing operations. Are you ready for it? We may issue a significant amount of equity in connection with future transactions. This is new. Now, if I recall, the wording remains entirely unchanged regarding the potential $60 billion acquisition of Cursor. But just a reminder, the consideration for the acquisition of Cursor would consist of shares of Class A common stock, blah, 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 based on an implied equity value of Cursor at $60 billion. This would be an entirely stock transaction worth $60 billion. For those who don't really know how the mechanics work, essentially Cursor gets quote-unquote paid in SpaceX stock. SpaceX shareholders experience a small amount of dilution to the tune of $60 billion. Cursor becomes part of SpaceX AI. SpaceX doesn't actually out-of-pocket spend a dollar. Instead, this is a stock transaction. Now, I don't believe any of the wording on this has changed, nor has the price tag in this S1 versus the original. So surely it would go without saying that a $60 billion all-stock transaction would require issuing a substantial amount of new stock for the acquisition, which at this point, with Composer 2.5 currently announced as integrated inside Grok Build, I mean, this is the most obvious transaction of all time, right? SpaceX IPOs, surely, almost instantly, it's announced that they will be acquiring Cursor, and with it, Composer 2.5 and more. So back to the we may issue a significant amount of equity in connection with future transactions. It's possible this was an oversight and should have been in the original filing. If so, oops. It's also possible that a potential $60 billion all-stock transaction to acquire Cursor may not be the only potential acquisition in the pipeline. The wording, it's quite interesting. We may issue a significant amount of equity in connection with future transactions. Transactions would include, by the way, acquisitions and or mergers. Now play along at home, folks. But if this is new, I can think of more than one future transactions that would require the issuance of an enormous amount of equity. One of them might hypothetically be Cursor at 60 billion, and another of those hypothetically, of course, could potentially be Tesla. It had quite a bit more than $60 billion. If SpaceX were to acquire and or merge with Tesla, investors having seen this amended S1 prior to SpaceX's IPO were fully informed that this was a possibility. Please don't misunderstand me. It's entirely possible that this amendment specifically relates to a Cursor acquisition. It's possible that SpaceX has just decided, okay, we are going to acquire Cursor. We will follow through on that $60 billion all-stock transaction. I would describe $60 billion as a significant amount of equity. This is probably the leading candidate for the simultaneous news today. Amended S1 filing plus the announcement that Cursor's product, Composer 2.5, is now available inside Grok Build. But they did use the term future transactions, plural. So it is absolutely possible that if SpaceX is to acquire Cursor for $60 billion almost immediately after IPO, which would shock absolutely no one, that may not be the only transaction that you would describe as significant. It also opens the door for many other possibilities as well. See a product, company, technology, something you'd like to acquire? Cool. Pull the trigger. Bam. This paves the way. Another change, some additional details around the Anthropic deal. Coincidentally, Anthropic confidentially filed its S1 with SEC today. They intend to IPO. SEC reviews the documents. Assuming everything proceeds, Anthropic could be IPOing within just a few months from today. So the same Anthropic that we already knew had agreed to pay SpaceX AI $1.25 billion per month for up to 3 years. There's been some adjustments to how this is described. Won't read every little detail, but we got some interesting clarification. The compute capacity provided includes approximately 325,000 NVIDIA GPUs, backed by hyperscale class CPUs, exabyte scale storage and high-speed networking, and interconnects purpose-built for AI workloads. Pursuant to these agreements, the customer has agreed to pay us $1.25 billion per month through May 2029, with capacity ramping in May and June 2026 at a reduced fee. As we already knew, quote, after the initial 3-month period, the agreements may be terminated by either party upon 90 days notice. It continues, this structure allows us to monetize a portion of the compute capacity in our infrastructure while still permitting reallocation of that capacity for our own internal initiatives if needed in the future. We have sufficient capacity to provide compute for our own AI models, including support of our training and inference demands, and to satisfy the obligations under these agreements. And as we also knew, we expect to enter into additional similar service contracts for compute capacity with third parties. Now, clearly, if this is in the filing, this is not a hope and wait strategy. They've obviously had conversations with other companies, at least tentatively. Importantly, they also add, to the extent we become compute constrained due to internal and external utilization, we would need to expand our compute infrastructure. So expect enormous capital expenditure on additional AI compute from SpaceX. Now, the 90-day termination notice window is something that we are aware that SpaceX AI requested. It wasn't Anthropic wanting the out, it was SpaceX AI. On this deal, after some modeling was posted, Musk adds, let's not get carried away. This is a short-term deal. He then clarifies, the deal is just literally short-term as a statement of fact. It may be renewed at a lower price, the same price, a higher price, or it may end. As I mentioned when we first heard about this deal and the 90-day clause, SpaceX has all the leverage here. Imagine you're Anthropic. You desperately need access to compute. You're willing to pay $1.25 billion per month for 3 years. SpaceX says, yeah, we'll happily allow you access. However, with 90 days notice, we can tell you to fuck off. We can increase the price. We can take it back for ourselves, for our own use. And I mean, I guess you can do the same if you can find an alternative to access the AI compute. You can give us 90 days notice too. You can really tell who has all the leverage in this deal. This is why it's important to read between the lines. Musk in the same post clarified again. For what it's worth, the short deal length was our request, not theirs, as I thought we might need the compute back at some point. More apparently new information in this amended S1, this time on X and paid subscribers. As of December 2025, so nearly 6 months old now, 4.9 million active paid subscribers on X. Of those, 4.1 million X Premium Basic, X Premium and X Premium Plus paid subscribers, and approximately 900,000, also known as 0.9 million Super Grok and Super Grok Heavy paid subscribers. Then, as of March 31st, so 3 months later, we reached approximately 6.3 million active paid subscribers. It's a big jump from 4.9, which was comprised of approximately 4.4 million X subscribers of some kind or another versus 4.1. And check this out, 1.9 million Super Grok Heavy and Super Grok Light paid subscribers versus 0.9 million 3 months ago. So more than doubling in 3 months. This is a very promising sign. Some context, my Super Grok Heavy subscription is like $300 per month. Almost done, just a couple of last little things here with potentially major implications. If you guys want to read it all, feel free to pause the video. Bottom line here, some slight adjustments made to the terminology around Elon Musk's SpaceX stock options that have yet to vest, making it clear that these shares may be voted by Elon Musk. Hypothetically, for example, if a major acquisition or two were to occur and shareholders of SpaceX had to vote on such matters, I think you guys understand, right? The final adjustment, again, pause if you want to see the full thing. We're getting pretty down into the weeds here, but bottom line, based on my understanding here, some adjustments around shareholder disputes. The original S1 was already pretty damn tight on this, which had the requirement for mandatory arbitration. But based on some of the changes, the amendments in this updated S1 filing, it seems like they're really emphasizing that if you're a butthurt shareholder and you want to try and fuck SpaceX, much like the shareholder of like 7 Tesla shares tried to fuck Tesla shareholders, good luck. Just to be clear for those who are unaware, mandatory arbitration means the two parties involved are forced to resolve their dispute privately, not through the courts, not through judges, not through juries, privately. And ahead of the SpaceX IPO, they're making it extremely clear to potential shareholders. E.g., you buy SpaceX stock at IPO, you buy 3 shares, maybe 6 or 7 shares if you're really feeling crazy. They acquire hypothetically Cursor and then potentially Tesla. You don't like it, you saw them, hold the company up for years, try and fuck Musk over. Even if your lawyers lose, you're still putting in their pockets tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars that's paid for by SpaceX investors. Good luck with that happening. Quote, these provisions, e.g. mandatory arbitration, could limit our butthurt shareholders' ability to pursue certain claims and or increase the cost of doing so, and could also affect the procedures, rights and remedies available to our shareholders in such legal actions or proceedings. So this appears intent on protecting, at least as much as is possible, SpaceX the company and SpaceX investors from vultures posing as kind, gentle lawyers just trying to help out a really upset shareholder. We saw this with Elon Musk's 2018 CEO Performance Award at Tesla. The absolute shit show that caused. This is SpaceX doing their best to protect themselves from a repeat of that abomination. The bottom line here, follow the breadcrumbs. Today, SpaceX updates their S1 filing, the First Amendment. We see a number of changes pertaining to significant future transactions, plural. Some further reinforcement of SpaceX's ability to protect itself from psychopathic shareholders who might oppose such acquisitions after they've occurred. Some additional clarification around Elon Musk's ability to vote on certain matters, which may hypothetically also include the approval of future acquisitions and or transactions of some kind. And in totally unrelated matters, it's got nothing at all to do with acquisitions. A Cursor product, Composer 2.5, the same Cursor that SpaceX has already disclosed they may acquire for $60 billion of stock. That product is now integrated into Grok. Fancy that. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.